Hello, everybody. Welcome to Week 7 of the high school football season. In 1st and 10, teams across the Ozarks are trying to win games and get into position when the district playoff seedings are set in the next couple of weeks. One of those teams, Branson, the Pirates, looking for their 5th win of the season, but facing a tough Carl Junction squad. But it's more than just a friendly rivalry. And that's where we find 1st and 10's Chris Pinson. Chris?
Hey, Dan, thank you. Yeah, round 3 of the sibling rivalry going down tonight, also known as the Hafner Bowl here, as Branson and Carl Junction each going toe-to-toe, vying for that 5th victory of the season. Coming into this matchup, Todd Hafner and the Bulldogs had yet to whip younger brother Aaron and the Pirates, as Branson outscored Carl Junction by 47 points in their 2 meetings. And the Pirates did not hold back this time either. Open with possession, turned it into a touchdown. Blake Weber going 31 yards on 3rd and 5, 7-zip Pirates. But the Bulldogs didn't just lie down and take it. They responded with a perfect pitch and catch. Mason Gilbert to Brian Hanks. That would set up 1st down just outside the Pirates' 10-yard line. But on 4th and 4, this pass goes incomplete. Turnover on downs, getting possession back to Branson. However, Branson went 3 and out, had to punt, which helped set up this touchdown pass from Gilbert to Hanks, pulling the Bulldogs even, 7-7, just over 2 minutes left in the 1st quarter. Ensuing Branson drive, disaster on 2nd down. They fumble on their own 44. Carl Junction pounces on it. They get possession to start the 2nd quarter. Now, CJ did not end up in the end zone, but they did make this field goal from 28 yards to go up 10-7. But with just over 7 to go in the half, Vincente Pastrana walks in the end zone on the QB keeper. Pirates regain control 14-10. But it didn't last long. 3rd and 3 from their own 37. Bulldogs hit pay dirt. Marquez Lopez-Derman, the former Ozarks first athlete of the week, a 63-yard rushing touchdown, 17-14 CJ, 4 minutes to go in the 1st half. And that was just enough time for Pastrana to lead the offense down the field and across the goal line. The final points of the half go to Branson, who led 21-17 as we hit intermission. Final score from this one, a nail-biter, 35-32, with Branson hanging on to win. And the 2 teams combined for 28 in the 1st half. They combined for 29 in this one, and it is Branson coming out on top to help Coach Aaron Hafner win the Hafner Bowl for a 3rd consecutive year. Dan, coming back later on, I got the post-game reaction with Coach Aaron Hafner, and I'm sure he'll be all smiles. Reporting here at Branson High School, Chris Pinson, 1st and 10.
We knew a Hafner was going to win, just which one? Thanks, Chris. A couple of weeks ago, the Parkview Vikings stunned Branson. Tonight, the Vikings back at JFK Stadium looking to beat Mount Vernon. Both Parkview and the Mountaineers 2-4 going into the action. Parkview looking for a 3rd consecutive win. And the Vikings were moving the ball on their first possession. The quarterback is Willie Otto. He keeps and goes around the left side, and he would go 19 yards for a 1st and 10. But later on the drive, Otto throws to his right into the flat, but Mount Vernon's Coy Felton picks it off with just his left hand. One-handed pick 6, 60 yards down the field for a touchdown. It was 7-0 Mountaineers. Parkview's defense, though, playing tough. The Vikings, Xavion Allen and Jermaine Townsend team up for a sack right here. And then Mount Vernon's Hunter Dawson, the quarterback, would set up the screen here, but it is blown up by Allen. Another nice tackle. Vikings on the move right before the half. Otto throwing to the near pylon. Cordell Davis with an over-the-shoulder catch and then gets into the end zone. 25-yard touchdown connection. We're tied at 7. It was 21-7 Mountaineers in the 4th quarter. The state's #1 ranked team in Class 1 is Thayer. The Bobcats a perfect 6-0. Tonight they were in Ava. The Ava Bears 3-3 looking for a 3rd consecutive victory. Thayer lost the last time they came to CE Harlan Stadium to play Ava. The Bobcats, they were moving the ball early. Thomas Poole to the near sideline and then bounced out of bounds, but that's a pickup of 19 yards in a 1st and 10. And then later on the drive, Dawson Harris with the quarterback keeper, he bounces in from 14 yards out, and it was a 7-0 Thayer lead. Again, the top-ranked team in Class 1 would strike again. Dominic Boyce takes it in from 5 yards out. Man, he just plowed his way in there. It was 14-0 Bobcats. 2nd quarter, Bobcats moving it again. rolls to his right, Harris, and then finds Cordell Washington on 3rd and 24. That's a big pickup, a 1st and 10 down to the Ava 30, but the drive would stall. Later, Thayer's Washington would take it in from 31 yards out. That would give the Bobcats a 22-0 lead. And number 1 Thayer goes on to win 30-14. The Bobcats are now 7-0. Glendale Falcons at home tonight, trying to move above the 500 mark against Ozark. The Falcons looking for a 3rd consecutive win as well. Ozark trying to bounce back after a loss at Lebanon last week. And the Tigers with a bad snap on an early punt. Glendale's Samari Pickett is there to make the tackle, and that sets up the Falcons. Glendale would cash it in. The quarterback is Cash Newberry. Hits Joel Rover with this 14-yard touchdown strike. Nice catch. 7-0 Falcons. Ozark threatening 3rd and goal from the 2. Glendale's Derek Washington. Big hit, jars the ball loose, and Max Schubacher recovers the ball, and the Falcons would cash it in with Cash Newberry again, this time hitting Trevor Heeman with a touchdown pass. It was 14-0 Glendale. But Ozark gets back into the game with one big play. Quarterback Peyton Russell keeps up the middle, then finds the far sideline, out sprints the defender to the end zone. That's a 55-yard touchdown run to make it a 14-6 game. And right now it's 34-28 Glendale in the 3rd quarter. And that brings us up to our